Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is for Virgo, bonus reading for the general energies coming in for Virgo. As you know, this may not resonate with everyone, but if it does, please leave it in the comments. If it don't, well, maybe I'll get you next time. But the incoming energies are, beginning energy, no longer holding back. That could be it. No longer holding back on something. I'm trying to get this to where you can see it. I got this camera positioned a little different. Now I did also pre-shuffle these, but I wanted you to see exactly what it could be. What we're dealing here at first in the past is the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling bound, feeling like you're stuck, feeling like there's too much interference in your life. And we will clarify these. And once I clarify them, a lot of times it does change up the story, so bear with me. Obstacle, you feel like an injustice was done to you, with the Justice card in reverse. You're trying to break free from possibly a behavior or sneaky behavior that occurred around you. You're just trying to break free from negative situations in general. Outside influences, you may have people willing to help you, or maybe they're trying to get you to go out a little bit and enjoy yourself. But this is outside influence, people coming towards you. They're wanting to get you out of this situation. So look for these people. If someone invites you somewhere, you may want to think about it. It could be that they're trying to cheer you up. Sometimes that is. And you will be moving on from troubled waters. That's what I was hoping for. That is the Six of Swords. That's someone who moves on, can possibly move, you know, from negative things to better things, you know. Even though they're still remembering the negatives, it is going to get better once you move on. Now in the past, you're dealing with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is in the upright, and it is, I consider, an obstacle, but it's in the past position. It's where you're feeling trapped, bound, tied up, not being able to get away. You feel like all your options are gone, like you're just at everybody else's mercy, but you're not. You just think you are. You just feel you are. Eight of Swords in the upright. Why you there for Virgo in the past? Six of Pentacles, you feel like there's no give and take. Someone's not helping you out. You feel like life is just not being very fair or well balanced with you in life. It's like you're not getting what is owed. Eight of Swords in the upright. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Why you there for Virgo? Four of Cups. Someone may make you an offer, but you don't know if you can take it for some reason. What is that's coming out? Could have to do with the Queen of Cups. Could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or someone who is emotionally balanced. They want to offer you something, but you're saying, I don't know if I can do this for some reason. It could be that you also offer to somebody else and they feel like they can't take it sometimes. It could be vice versa, just the people around you. Now the obstacle, you got the Justice. It's in reverse. Justice in reverse. Why you there as the obstacle? That's more or less someone doing you an injustice. Someone really messing you over, or you feel that way. It also, for a few of you, you could have done this to somebody else. So the Justice in reverse. Why you there? Someone wants to regain their independence from an unjust situation. They want to break free. That's the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. That's independence. That's getting gain. You feel like, yeah, you didn't get what you deserved. The Justice in reverse. Nine of Pentacles in the upright. Why you there for Virgo? Collaboration. You want people to work with you that were supposed to, that probably didn't. But the Three of Pentacles, it's all about collaboration and getting your independence. You know, you're trying to work out something. Something that, like I said, it had to do with an injustice. Maybe you're striving for that and there's a lot of interference. Now the current environment, you will break free. Current environment, in other words, something starts now to where you start to break free from unjust situations. Seven of Swords in reverse. Why are you there? And you want it in reverse for Virgo. Why are you there? That's what's going to start right now. Yeah, you're going to tell somebody something. You're not going to do something anymore. And you may get a little defensive about it because someone kind of messed you over. And like I said, for a few of you, this may be happening to you if you mess somebody over. Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, two sevens. Why are you there? As the current environment. Because it's too much of a burden. You need to break free. Now, you got people heading towards you that want to take you out, possibly, or just break bread with you, or be there for you. You know, they're often emotional support. If you don't know who these people are, and you feel like this resonates with you, look around you. Sometimes, you know, it's right in front of your face. You just don't see it. But the Three of Cups in the upright, why are you there? Heading towards Virgo. Yeah, someone is trying to get you out of this ghastly situation you're in. It could be that some of you are celebrating endings too. So, Three of Cups, the ending card, the death card. Not a bad card, believe it or not. And it does make sense with that Six of Swords coming up next. Three of Cups, the death card, both in the upright as the outside environment. Why are you there? Someone's celebrating endings. That's a Six of Swords in reverse again. Yeah, I think someone's trying to tell you something. They're trying to tell you you need to get out of this rut you're in, let things go, because you're having trouble moving on. In the end, you do move on. You got the Six of Swords in the upright. Why are you there? For Virgo. Why are you there? Moving on from troubled waters. Finding out things with the Moon in reverse. Something comes to light. Secrets become unveiled. And you're able to move on after that. It makes it easier to move on now. Six of Swords. The Moon. Why are you there is the final outcome. Queen of Swords. Could be moving on from the Queen of Swords type energy. Now the Queen of Swords energy, and I'm thinking it's actually more than one person or more than two people actually, because you got the Three of Pentacles there, got a couple threes here. But you're moving on from things because you're seeing things for how they are now with the Moon in reverse. The Moon does not hide it anymore. And it has to do with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords can be an air sign. It could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just somebody was sharp with their words, and I mean really sharp, like it cuts like a knife, you know. And you're seeing that for how it is now. And like I said, I think it's just more than one person you're dealing with, and you feel like, I'm not doing this injustice anymore, I'm breaking free. It is too much of a burden. It is too much of a burden for me. Now people may get a little snippy, and you may actually go out and enjoy with your friends, or maybe you should, and let this thing go, because you're having trouble in a way letting it go, because it was such an injustice. I mean, I can understand why you were having this trouble, but I do see you trying to gain your independence and telling people you're trying to gain your independence. And it looks like, you know, like I said, things come out, words will be a little sharp, but you are moving on to better things with the Six of Swords. Page of Rods, again, messages may be a little bit abrupt while you're doing so, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. You know, move on from troubled waters, move on to better things, things that are good for you for once, you know. And like I said, for a few of you that did this to somebody or mean injustice to somebody else, they're going to move on. And it's not that no one's wanting to hate. I don't see that someone's wanting to stay hate. But they want to kill away this burden. They don't want it in their lives anymore. They want it gone. They want it good riddance. I guess I can hear a few Virgos saying that. Good riddance. You know, not doing this again. And they just got to release this burden. I do see that some of you may be celebrating an ending, maybe to a marriage or a partnership. I do see, like I said, more than 2 people involved in this situation. So it could be work, it could be anything. It could be a court action. It could have been a contract you had. It could be even family. It could be anything like that. But I do know when you go to move on that maybe everybody's not going to like it, but you got to do what you got to do, like I said, and do things for yourself, because that's what's going to happen in the end. So this is your reading, and I'm going to let this go. And I'll be giving another reading for May before May. I'm getting a little bit behind, so I may have to double up on some of the readings and hope I don't get that little monkey thing. I get these monkey little messages on my screen sometimes with YouTube trying to upload or just trying to log on. So I wrote to them and I said, you know, I got to get these readings out. So maybe they'll get it. Maybe they'll straighten it out. But as you're reading, I'm going to let this go. Okay? Bye.